This is TWiT.
All right, speaking of exciting things, over the last few weeks we've been asking our co-hosts to bring us their favorite holiday gifts. And that's time now for Jason's holiday gift guide.
And I mean, you can,
Oh,
sorry.
yes, my friend.
I forgot about the
We've got
the
a
horns.
special graphic even for you.
I forgot about the glockenspiel.
The glockenspiel is here.
Yeah, so I thought we could bring some audio because I am a fan of audio, fan of music.
How many headphones are here?
Well, I mean, it looks like there's more headphones than there actually are. There's headphones and then there's headsets for gaming. So it's kind of split between the two. We'll start with the headphones if you like. Have you ever heard of the Monolith brand?
I've never heard that name.
Monolith brand is pretty great. It's
are they new in the
Why am I
business?
suddenly blanking? Anthony.
Monolith.
There you go.
What?
Monoprice. Jeez.
Oh, it's from Monoprice.
Yes, so Monolith is the Monoprice brand of headsets. I completely had a brain fart there.
Oh, well,
so,
I love Monoprice,
okay,
but I
so,
don't think of them as a headphone manufacturer.
well, you know, they cover so many, like audio and video all across the board, so it kind of makes sense that they'd come out with their own headphones.
Now, here's what
high-def headphones.
I know about Monoprice. They always are the low-price leader.
Yeah.
You get good quality. But you just don't pay that premium that other brand names add for nothing. Now, what? Tell me about that. Am I wearing the M650s?
Yeah, you are. Those are the M650s.
Okay.
As you can see, they're
nice.
Kind of an open,
like the
open design on the side. They're not like
They're
not like Princess Leia headphones, and guaranteed you're about to see those here in a few. So these are a little bit smaller, believe it or not, but they've got a nice, comfortable feel. I actually use these a lot for doing some recording outside of my home studio, and I really like them. They have a really nice sound to them. 15 hertz to 20 kilohertz response.
And you found they sounded good. That's the real question.
I thought they sounded great. Yeah, and I mean, so basically how we're doing this is kind of the lower cost solution.
Well, that's the thing. You could spend hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars on headphones, and I don't know if they sound better or not.
Yeah, well, the beauty is you trust your ears. If you put them on, you listen to the right material.
Your ears.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. So normally these are $149.
What?
Right now you can get them on sale for $99.
What?
So I think if you've got someone who wants a pair of nice over-the-ear headphones, I know.
Look at that.
Like, I gotta give it to Monolith. They realized that you needed to have a place to put your headphones when you're done. Like at my house, they're just like sprawled out on the table, and I like this better. It's a tank.
I like it. It's a nice case.
Yeah.
It's got a handle, so I always said never play pool with a guy who owns his own cue. Never I don't know what, mix records with a guy who has his own headphone. He's got a headphone case and
with a handle.
He's a pro from Dover.
So that's the M650. The step up would be the $299 Monolith M1060. Now, these are Princess Leia style headphones. You put these on.
Those are big cups.
Yeah. They're pretty large.
Do they mark them with L&R?
So
that's one of my
weird
pet peeves.
thing. That's one weird thing about Monolith. They put their marks on the cables, not on the actual ear cups. So I think you are wearing them right, though. You can see that the pad is a little bit thicker in the back, a little bit narrower in the front.
But you couldn't wear them wrong, because if you plug it in left and right, one cord goes into each ear.
Yes, exactly.
So you could do it either way.
You could do it either way.
Do it. Get these on and make them comfortable, then stick the plugs in.
Absolutely. And I will say, like, they're huge. They look ginormous. But I have to say, for the size, they're really comfortable. They fit like a cloud, almost, on your ears. $299 normally. These are on sale right now for $229.
That's a lot of money.
10 hertz to 50 kilohertz response, 50 ohms impedance. Obviously, this has another open back design. Has the large ear pads that are really comfortable.
How do they sound?
I think they sound fantastic. I've been using these. I've been using these for a couple of months now, and I'm going to have a hard time sending these back.
And you have some very fancy headphones. I mean, you've listened to the planar magnetic.
You know what it is for me is, in my own use case, I'm often using these headphones for music that I'm writing and recording. And if I can get lost in the sound, if it doesn't just sound like I'm listening to a recording of myself, and I can actually kind of get engrossed in it and kind of forget about that level of like awareness, then that's great. And I feel like these headphones really did it. These were nice, and nice when I was when I was traveling. These I want in my studio.
These might be good for kids because they're $100. Kids are going to break them pretty quick.
Totally, and they're built pretty well. So you know,
and then if
feels like good
for
materials.
You, spend a little more, $229, and get the high quality. So the $99 are using beryllium dynamic drivers. These are planar.
Those are planar magnetic. Yes,
so
absolutely.
That's the best, right?
Yep. I tend to really like the planar magnetic sound.
I do
Some
too.
people say the mid-range can be a little muddied at times. It really depends. And there's only a couple of manufacturers that are really making planar magnetic headphones right now. So who knows who Monoprice is working with to get these? They're probably working with some of them in order to make that happen.
Right.
But still, you kind of can't bother. You know, the price is really good.
I have
$229
$1,000 pair of headphones from HIFIMAN that are planar magnetic. And when I want to just get lost in the music, that's what I do. I put those on. I can turn it up. Nobody can hear it. I'm not bothering anybody. Maybe it doesn't have the spatial feeling of real speakers, but boy, it sounds great. And I feel like with those, you hear every detail.
You do, and like the visual image I get is that of like an HD picture where everything just feels crisp and clear. You mentioned HIFIMAN, and I'm so happy that we get to talk about this, the Sundara. Now, you may remember a couple of years ago, I reviewed I think they were the 400i, sorry.
Those are comparable to the ones that I have.
Okay. Well,
at home.
Yes, so
those
they were the
expensive.
HE400Is. So a few years ago when I reviewed those were around $400. Those are on sale now for $180.
Wow.
These are kind of the successor to that. So these are $499. So a little pro tip, HIFIMAN might drop the price on these in like a year and a half when they want to put out the next headphones. But these are really great. 6 hertz to 75 kilohertz response, 37 ohms impedance, and just
impedance.
Impedance
is something else.
Impedance, thank you.
I have really 35 kilohertz impedance. That's a completely different matter. So HIFIMAN, these planar magnetics?
They are indeed. They have a new Neo Super Nano diaphragm, 80% thinner, at between 1 to 2 microns. And really, at the end of the day, ultimately, how do they sound? They sound fantastic. Like that clarity that you're talking about. I get that out of these, and I
like that. There's an airiness or an openness, and especially in the high end, that it's hard to duplicate with less expensive. And my God, if you've got a kid who's listening to music on their iPod headphones or their iPhone headphones, please get them some good headphones.
One thing to consider, though, is that you're probably, when you're talking about this level of headphone, you might need some sort of a dedicated headphone amp, an amplifier to bring it up. Otherwise, you might be raising up some noise, or it might not get loud enough for you. I didn't have that issue. Even plugging these in to like my phone to listen to music out of my phone, I felt like they got hot enough for me. But your mileage may vary.
Yeah, I almost always want to use a high-quality digital to analog converter because I listen to digital music, and headphone amplifier. I just find that makes a big difference in the quality of the sound. If you're listening straight off an iPhone, it's not going to sound as good.
Yeah, it's not quite the same. Shifting gears to gaming headsets, and we've got right here the SteelSeries Arctic Pro wireless.
I know the name SteelSeries because I have one of their game controllers for my Android and iPhone device. But they also make, these are headphones for gaming. So what makes these gaming headphones?
Well, so these in particular, so you can see right here, we go ahead and
they got a mic.
Right out.
Oh, look at that.
It's just embedded inside.
Is that what the kids want nowadays? They want to be able to rock out and talk out.
Well, I think that's probably a benefit, right? Like we're so used to gaming headphones seeming just like big and clunky and ugly. You know what I mean?
These look nice.
So these can actually kind of, you've got party in the party in the back and business in front.
It's half hopper up here, and it looks like it's a big traffic jam on 405. Right?
These are $329, and what you get out of this, it is a wireless system, so 2.4 gigahertz lossless.
Oh, so
and Bluetooth
plugs into the gaming console.
Right.
And then you don't have to have any wires.
Right, and you can adjust the mix on the front. It's got an adjustable mix, chat mix, EQ volume, Bluetooth, of course, optical, 3.5 millimeter Bluetooth. It works best with PC, with the Mac, and with the PlayStation 4. So you might have to, pick and choose as far as
Does
the console.
not work with an Xbox without special adapters.
But sounds pretty nice.
Arctis.
And it also, it has a swappable battery system. So you have a battery in here that lasts about 10 hours, and then you've also got another battery charging in the base.
So that's a good idea.
And it comes with 2 batteries. So,
you never
run out.
Nice.
Yeah.
But that's at a price. That's a very expensive,
$329.
That's a lot, especially if you're giving this to a teenager. I'm not sure I want.
This might be a main event gift for Christmas.
Does it have something a little less expensive?
Absolutely. We've got the HyperX Cloud 2 gaming headset. This is only $99.
Well, that's
right
not
here,
bad.
and has the distinction of being our producer Anthony's favorite headset.
You know what I like? Look at the. This is aluminum. Cast
it's got
aluminum.
a nice.
For the so it feels like quality, but where's the microphone?
Nice build quality on that. There is a microphone included right there.
Oh, this is
actually
a good one.
Got like a kit bag here, so you can swap out the earphone or the ear pad to be more of a fabric as
now this is going to be wired.
Faux leather.
This is going to be wired.
So this one's going to be wired for you.
But this
so
would
that
work
is a big difference.
Everything, right?
Yes,
including
exactly.
the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox, the PlayStation 4. Okay, and this is HyperX is a well-known name for this. This is fine for a teenager.
Absolutely.
They're playing
$100 is.
They're playing Fortnite and they want to talk to their
Yeah, and they don't look too bad either. You know what I mean?
I think they look great.
They've
got
got
the
good
logo
styling
on the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the aluminum.
It's HyperX Cloud 2 gaming headset, $99 on those.
Dale, just tell them you paid more.
Right. The thing is, they're going to know.
No,
like they have access to the internet.
They're not
they
ignorant,
this
are
stuff
they?
Out. They figure this stuff out.
No, so I like it that the mic can be detached, so you don't have to have a mic if you're not doing that stuff. But if you want to, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good on you.
I think I have a second career as a Time Life operator.
Let's see here. So shifting away from things you put on your head to things you put in your hand, we've got the
I'm getting this
SCUF Vantage controller.
I'm getting this. I need a good controller. This is Android and iOS, right? Or
no? So this is this is more for the gaming consoles. This you aren't.
Oh, this replaces my Xbox.
Yeah, this
Elite.
is for this one specifically is for the PS4.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's got the PS4.
And this is like super programmable, and that's kind of the beauty of the Vantage of SCUF is that you've got these what they call sax buttons on the side, so you can program those. The paddles underneath, all of these you can almost like program sequences or whatever you want to add kind of modularity to the functions within a game. But then SCUF is also known for modularity with the controls themselves. You can pop certain things off.
Yeah, this is like the Xbox Elite controller.
Swap it out.
Roughly the same price, $169.
Absolutely, $169. Yeah. There is a wireless option for this, which is an additional $30. But you've got your touchpad, your audio touch bar down below. And it's got a nice feel to it.
Yeah, I'm an Xbox gamer, not a PlayStation gamer, so I don't know what this triangle square thing is, but I presume they make them for the Xbox as well. This is pretty nice. SCUF.
Yes.
SCUF Vantage, $169. And then an additional $30 for the wireless. That's nice.
Now, if you want to kind of take a trip back in time, and then you can take a look at the new PowerA GameCube style wireless controller.
Oh, look at that. That's just like a Nintendo controller. Look at that.
So this is fashioned after the old GameCube, and what's interesting about this is that, so we've got the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that came out yesterday, right?
Yep,
Everybody's a buzz about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Well, you can get this, and a lot of people say this is the controller to use to play that, and basically that goes back to 2001, if I remember correctly, the Super Smash Bros. What was the game? Melee. Back in 2001 on GameCube. It's a tournament favorite.
I wasn't born back then. I don't
know. Pro players want to use a GameCube controller to play that series of games. Here you go. You've got the PowerA version of that controller.
And this works with the Switch, but it also apparently will work with other devices like Windows.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
absolutely. That's good compatibility.
Mac OS. Nice.
It does have the added buttons, the features that are going to work with all the Switch games except for NFC. There is a wired option for $24. So if you want to save some cost and not pay the $49 for the wireless, you can pay $24.
You know what Michael does? He has his Switch in that dock, and he's got it hooked up to the big screen TV. So they like the lean back experience. So wireless is actually a good choice for them. This would be a hit, I think. That's very nice.
Yeah, it's cool. And it's got a nice feel to it. Sometimes these third-party controllers that emulate older classic controllers just don't quite feel right.
Yeah, this has a
and this one has a really nice feel to it. Another one that falls into that category would be this, the 8-bit DOE.
He's definitely getting this because he has complained. Oh no, this is
so this is different.
SNES. So he bought an actual SNES there's a store down in town that sells vintage gaming, and he's playing Mario on it. But he's playing it with the original controller. He would. This is much nicer. Look at that.
And you can actually get these controllers with something that plugs into an original SNES to make it wireless.
So you can use it.
This actually works with Windows, Mac OS, Android, the Nintendo Switch, the Raspberry Pi.
Look at
I've
that.
used this controller on my Raspberry Pi kind of emulation system, and it works beautifully. This is only $49 normally. It's on sale for $44, and you get that extra kind of the analog controllers down at the bottom. It's a familiar design, obviously. The Super Nintendo kind of layout. Really great controller. I love the 8BitDo controllers. I got their Nintendo 64 controller. I would not recommend that one. That's probably the only controller by them that I've used that I don't recommend. It's just they missed the boat on that one.
And I saw they
this
have
one's great.
An adapter that'll hold a smartphone, and you can use it as your Android. That's pretty cool, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at that.
Wireless Bluetooth and direct USB-C connectable. So.
Wow.
There you
now,
go.
he has a Switch, and he's been complaining. We actually went out to get him a controller because he says that the built-in controllers that are slid onto the side of the Switch are too uncomfortable. But this, looks good. I bet he'd love this. What is this?
Satisfy grip. So it's the Satisfy Pro gaming grip. $29 normally. It's on sale right now for $22.
So this uses the existing controllers that came with your Switch, but then just puts a hand grip around it also, by the way. Holds everything in nice and stable.
Love it. So it really gives it more of kind of like a pro grip on the side.
That's the
instead
problem
of
with
kind
the
of
little
like
ones. If you have little hands, I guess. But this way you get to use the actual controllers, but it's a little bit better way to hold it.
Feels a little bit more natural, I think, than what you get if you don't have it and you're trying to play on those. I love the Nintendo Switch, and I love the kind of the flexibility of these controllers, but having something like that on hand gives you just a little bit more control, a little bit more comfort, I guess.
I think he already has a game controller, but what he doesn't have is something that he can take with him when he has the Switch in kind of portable mode, and I think this would be a really good choice, and it's affordable.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I mean, $22 right now, you could easily throw that into a stocking. And then finally, we have this, the PDP. This is the Xbox One charge, the Energizer Xbox One charge system. $29 on this. It's basically a system. I feel like if you have a console and you have wireless controllers, you need something like this. It's going to allow you to charge 2 controllers with a rechargeable battery pack.
Oh, I need this.
At the same time, just kind of dock them in there when you're not using them. Keeps them charged up, just drop it in, and then they're both charged up and ready to go the next time you want to play.
This uses the existing Xbox rechargeable unit. It's just a dock so that you can hold them and charge them at the same time.
Yeah, it's a nice place to put them instead of them just being sprawled behind the TV or whatever.
I can never find my second controller.
Yeah. So they're charged whenever you need them.
It's going to be a gaming Christmas, I can tell.
Heck yeah, you're getting every single one of these, aren't you?
I am. Thank you, Jason Howell.